welcome back to the Conspiracy Outpost. Join us as we dive into the controversial secrets of our government's history, where they conspire to deceive the citizens, manipulate the public opinion, and even orchestrate acts of violence on its own soil. This covert operation aimed to fabricate acts of terrorism, creating a pretext for war and the invasion of another country. It's shocking and disturbing story, revealing the lengths of which some within our government were willing to go. Today we'll uncover the details of this twisted plot and the key players and the events that brought it to light, a sinister chapter in U.S. history known as Operation Northwoods. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Joe.
No, you're not.
Who am I?
So let me give you guys a little bit of background on Operation Northwoods. Because I'm guessing no research.
You
Especially
guessed
Joseph.
Right. My bad.
He didn't have enough time, he said.
There was no time.
I think we've all been hella fucking busy lately. I mean,
yeah.
We just missed our first fucking one in 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's why I want to do our new schedule thing.
Yeah. That way we'll get ahead and we won't miss an upload.
Yeah. And that way get recordings. So like we'll be doubled up on recorded episodes. And then in turn, you can send me edits, and you don't have to send me edits that week. We could be like weeks and weeks ahead, and then they'll just.
I need to do that. I need to get really far ahead, because this is my life is getting a little bit busy, a little bit.
But so let's get you some background on Northwood. So Fidel Castro. He had just taken power in Cuba in 1959, and he started to allow the communists into the new Cuban government, nationalizing U.S. business and improving relations with the Soviet Union. And for those of you who don't know what nationalizing a business is, it's the action of a government taking control of a company or industry, which generally occurs without the compensation for the loss of the net worth of the seized assets and potential income.
Communism.
Nice. Love it. Goddamn commies. Now, and then due to these actions that Fidel Castro was doing, it started to pique the United States' interest.
Well, yeah, they're a little close to us, and they were talking to our biggest enemy at the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because this is in the height of the cold, just coming out of the Cold War. So, or it was during the Cold War. Let me check. I forgot because I didn't write it down because I thought.
Well, if this should be around JFK times, like in the 60s.
Yeah, this was 62.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Cold War was 47. So okay, yeah. I don't know when it landed, but edit that out so it doesn't sound stupid. But
nope.
I'm not a historian. It's hard to remember these dates. Operation Northwoods was hatched up by our lovely government, and this was a false flag operation that originated in the DoD in 1962. This operation called for its CIA operatives to stage and commit acts of terrorism against American military and civilian targets and blaming the attacks on the Cuban government, using it to justify a war against Cuba.
God damn. Now, is this a conspiracy or is this something that's proven?
This is something that they already had written up. This is like CIA documents released that were unclassified.
Okay, so it never supposedly gone into effect, but it definitely was thought about.
Yeah, it was hatched up for sure. This is actually happened. not the events. The events supposedly didn't happen, but the actions lead it. Well, they're planning for these events were to happen, but this plan had the military had well this whole operation had the military plan to shoot up schools, blow up drone commercial airlines, and stage a fake raid on Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, wow.
Other events that they were going to plan to do is crash a civilian aircraft that was repainted to look like a U.S. Air Force plane to fabricate a down plane off the coast of Cuba.
Huh.
They wanted to hijack planes and then shoot them down.
I keep saying I keep thinking you're about to say they wanted to hijack planes and fly them into buildings.
Yeah, that's another false flag operation. 9/11. But
what was that show that like? Oh yeah, Inside Job. That's right. 9/11 Inside. Stupid, I know.
They wanted to do assassinations of Cuban immigrants. They wanted to sink boats with Cuban refugees on them. They wanted to blow up United States ships. They wanted to orchestrate terrorism in United States cities. And they wanted to murder Cuban refugees off the coast of Florida, start riots, and stage mortar and artillery fire to U.S. military bases from Cuba.
Dude, this is like, what didn't they plan? At this point, are you really doing false flags? Or are you just waging war on yourself?
Get him! Sir, that's my brother. Kill him, he's a Cuban!
God damn.
Like, seriously, like, all this stuff planned is like, at what point does it stop being false flag and just attacking? Right?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Even the extent of all the stuff that they had, they're like, what else can we do? We haven't done car bombs yet. Does we got car bombs on the table? Oh yes, Jim. How can we forget those? Classic. A tale as old as time, I tell you.
God damn, that's just.
I think actually what them being curious like that is what started the firecracker and the frog's ass. Like they're on random shit. If we can get it in a
I would never do
as a frog.
I'm gonna grow up to be a veterinarian.
What is that from? What does that sound?
Joe Dirt.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be a veterinarian. It's like, well, then you win twice, brother. Someone shoves an M80 off a bullfrog's ass, blows him to smithereens, come back for you, fix him. That's good biz. That's a good movie. I haven't watched that in a while.
That is. I've never seen the second one. I watched like
I've watched it once.
I came in while somebody was watching it, and
it's funny. Everybody's reaction to that movie is the same. It's like either someone like nobody ever sounds positive when they say the second movie. I've never watched it because everyone just said how horrible it's been.
It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch.
Time traveling or some shit in it.
Yeah.
It's just it's fucking the plot.
I mean, it came out free on Crackle. What did you expect?
That's true. David Spade probably didn't feel good about himself after that.
Joseph owns it on DVD.
His wife was giving him no Hummers. I'm sorry, I don't want to bleed that one into this episode. Yeah, you're damn right. I bought it on DVD, full price.
It's $5.99.
It's $5.99
on sale.
That's like fucking. I didn't even watch that Dumb and Dumber fucking number 2 all the way through either. I think that was like the same thing. I walked in while somebody was watching it. I was like, this isn't for me. Oh man. I got distracted with this topic. I was watching a video and they were showing old pictures of in Cuba, and like I'm starting to think I got fucking ADD or ADHD or whatever because I'm just watching these old timey black and white photos of these Cuban soldiers. And it was like every time one of them had like a cigar in their mouth, I was like, that shit looks photoshopped as hell. So I typed in Cuban soldiers, black and white, and a bunch of like pictures of black and white Cuban soldiers. I'm just scrolling through, and every motherfucker with a cigar in their mouth, if they're not holding it with their hands, it looks like it's fucking photoshopped in there. Like, what the fuck is going on here? It was like they're falsifying fucking photos to make them look manly as fuck, holding a cigar in their mouth. But it's like, this is impossible. These things are some fat ass cigars. We can't hold them like cigarettes. We're tough.
You ever smoked one of those? Not a Cuban, but one of those big ass cigars.
I've never smoked like a big ass cigar. But wait,
I have.
No, not a fat one.
Yeah, I have. It's like I don't get the super long ones as well. Like I'll get the shorties.
That was like this big.
Yeah.
That was like this fat.
Yeah.
I think when Kenny.
Yeah.
I think when Kenny fucking announced.
I grabbed one of those when I was up in Idaho. Actually.
I think it was.
I love cigars though.
I think it was with Kenny. I think Kenny was celebrating something involving like a marriage thing. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was me, Kenny, and Anthony. It was these like big ass cigars. It was celebrating something. Why can't I remember?
The birth of a child.
I don't know. I'm fucking really out of it.
Firstborn child is usually celebrated with a cigar.
Yeah, but it was the first child.
And then bachelor
had.
Parties usually have cigars too.
That's what it was. It was actually their first born child, but they had to keep it a secret. Only me and Anthony can know because Kenny ate it the next day. He has the whole Titan and like Zeus like complex thing where so he's like eats all of his children. That's Zeus's dad's name. He like try to eat. Yeah, that's what Kenny's got going on. This is actually like number 1 of like 5
what
already.
Is that Kronos or some shit?
Yeah, Kronos ate all of his kids because he's like, you're gonna overthrow me. Your lunch, bitch.
Kenny's got to be careful because one of those kids got cut himself out. One of those kids has got put aside by the mom and is gonna cut him open and free the rest of them.
That's actually why Kenny hasn't guest appeared on this podcast in quite a while. It ripped open his stomach and it let all of his other siblings out, including some not even born siblings yet from my ball bag.
Yeah, in Greek mythology, Zeus was hidden and like given Kronos' weapon. He cut Kronos open and freed his siblings.
That's so fucking insane. That was like, I don't know. Just fucking eat your children. Why is that your fucking best solution to that? I gotta eat these kids. You can't just like kill them or fucking imprison them. It's like, no, I'm gonna eat these motherfuckers because what's a better prison than my fucking stomach? Plus, you put a little something that I created called salt and pepper. And what was this? What was going on here?
I was just messing with the dot.
Because I see Mike moving his hand too. I was like, did you guys create your own fucking sign language? Is there CSL? Is that like a new thing? And it's like, no, should we do fucking ASL? No, on the off chance that
it's SSL or STSL.
STSL? What is that?
Slop top sign language.
Oh, I'm saying, damn. Goddamn. Fucking slot. It's like on the off chance that he knows fucking American Sign Language. We better fucking. I can't even say what you just said.
I used to know a bit of it. I do not anymore.
I don't. I know how to do the jerking off motion, but I don't even know if that's real ASL or if that's the equivalent of urban slang for ASL or but Urban Dictionary for ASL. That's one of the fucking symbols.
Yeah.
You guys want to know how to say pussy ass bitch in sign language? I'll teach you right now. This is pussy.
Diamond.
You point to your butt for ass. And then I forgot what bitch is. I think it's like this, or it's on the side like this, or something like that. It's something like that, but it's that's how you say you go pussy ass.
It looks like you're saying spades shoved up your ass as you're waving.
So the person that I knew that was deaf, they would use this sarcastically, and then this is the actual fuck you.
I like the other one. So that's ASL slang. The ASLS, American Sign Language slang. Fuck you, jerk off, suck a dick.
Anyway, you got any more?
What was the one thing? Double. What was the shit? A couple of weeks back. The fucking goddamn it, the double slits. There we go. You guys don't remember the Mark Sarge thing? He kept saying
the double slit experiment.
Yeah, the double slit experiment. Yeah. We can go ahead and cut this part out because it's gonna spoil that much. That's what, that's the first thing I thought of was like the two fucking.
So with all the stuff that I listed for you, all that false evidence would implicate the Cuban government, and it was stated that the desired result from the execution of this plan would be to place the United States in an apparent position of suffering defensible grievances from a rash and irresponsible, irresponsible government of Cuba, and to develop the international image of Cuban threat to place in the Western Hemisphere. All you gotta do is scare those Western people into believing whatever they want. And then we can do what we want. We've done it time and time again. They really have. I feel like every war that we get involved with, they're just spouting some bullshit to us, and then they're just like, yeah, we're really just over here to get oil. Twice.
I'm glad that they didn't go through with those false flag things. There's a lot of fucked up shit in there.
Yeah, I was watching this this little video. I was watching this little video on this whole like Northwood thing, and it was a British guy doing it, and he kept saying Cuba. I can't do the British. Well, it's like with the British Cuba, or I can't do it. But you know, they put R's at the end of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, at first, because I was in the shower listening to it, I was like, maybe I heard wrong, and then I heard it again. It's like, God, there it is again. But the fuck? And I kept thinking of Cuba, like the way he was the British, like saying Cuba.
Yeah.
It's
not.
I was like, what is America's deal with Cubers? Little Cubers attacking the American border.
So it's not very apparent in the Harry Potter movie, but in the book for the first Harry Potter, for when it says it's not Leviosa, it's Leviosa. That's how it sounds in the movie. He's saying Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Because he's putting an R after the A. Just like that. Like it spells it out in the book.
Never mind. I have something I want to say, but I don't want it in the podcast.
Why not?
Because very sexual in nature.
Yeah, bitch.
Okay, fucking anyways.
Way to hold us in suspense, bro.
I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm just trying to get I'm saying, like, in my head, I'm trying not to fucking laugh, and then fucking out loud, I'm like, okay, stop. Come on. All right. Anyways, come on. Quit it. What were we talking about again?
Don't you dare try to change the subject.
We're talking about how you're teaching your uncle about edging and you're holding him in climax, and then here we are.
He was doing me raw.
Oh fuck.
Rawer than what? No, raw. There was no rubber involved. Well, there you go. You didn't put an R at the end of that one.
Is that what you didn't want to say?
No, I don't.
Come to think about it, that's kind of funny. They'll put an R at the end of a word with an A at the end, but they don't. They take the R off of the word with an A at the end. Letter.
It's a letter.
Yeah.
A roll letter.
But Cuber.
Cubit.
Cuba.
I wish I could say it though, but I was like, that A
Cuba.
is too hard for you to throw an R at the end of it.
Okay. That's enough.
Nobody fucking
stay on topic, damn it.
But when they say sugar, it's like sugar. Is there an R at the sugar? What the fuck?
There are different English accents though, so like it's
my favorite one's the one that sounds like they come straight out Oliver Twist, but with
the
little
Cockney.
Yeah, I like that. The Cockney. It always sounds like they got cock in their mouth. I don't know if that's why the name comes from. I don't know. It's a cool accent. I like it. It's funny. My uncle gave me a good bury. Yes, he did.
It's so funny because like so many of the fucking like English accents that here in Americans do here is pretty much Dick Van Dyke's awful English accent from Mary Poppins. Like that is like the go-to that everyone does. Like I can't do an English accent worth a damn, and I generally don't do it because I know I can't do it. But fuck, why is it always the go-to one? Is the Dick Van Dyke one that is just absolutely atrocious?
You know, when I was Uber driving, I'd pick up a bunch of people, and I'd get a lot of English people coming in, you know, visiting town, and when I would pick them up, I wouldn't catch their accents at first until we were talking for a little bit, and then I would start catching on it. At first, it just sounds the same,
and
then it slowly trickles in. I'm like, oh, where are you from?
I think
you foreigner.
I definitely get my British accent from there. My Italian one from any movie. Russell Crowe does an Italian accent.
Bobbity boobity. Beebity beebity bobbity.
You know what would have been great is if fucking Thor talked with like a Norwegian accent.
Yeah.
The fucking Swedish accent. What the fuck? I don't know. That's the fucking like Swedish fucking sounding. I don't know. I just don't want to hear the British voices. I'd rather hear.
They use that for anything over there, like in media. It's just British voices.
Yeah, it's stupid. I would even accept it if it was just as normal Australian accent. If all the Norse gods were Australian,
it'd make more sense.
Because they don't exist.
Right.
Oh god.
No, but
if there was Australian Vikings, what would they fucking rock on the top of their helmets? Like fucking kangaroo legs or some shit? I don't fucking know.
Didgeridoos.
Didgeridoos. Oh wait, that's not good. Crocodile.
Fucking boomerangs. There'd be a boomerang on top.
Just a fucking boomerang on it. I guess that's insulting. If Matthew was here, he would have said, fucking Vikings didn't have horns on their helmet, fucking jackass.
Yeah. You know what would be on top of their helmet is a can of Foster's.
That's mouth-watering.
Right. How to speak Australian. Dude, you ever seen Basketball?
I haven't watched that movie in a long ass time.
I love that psycho where that he does to the San Francisco team, and he goes, "How to speak San Franciscan vagina." He shows the guy's ass. And like he gets called a penalty. He goes, "What? No, that wasn't a gay joke. That was a beer joke."
I gotta watch that fucking movie again.
It's like, oh god, this is fat liposuction out of Marlon Brando's ass. Oh, it's all salty and warm. I fucking love that movie.
I watched fucking because Anna never seen it, Hot Tub Time Machine, because I was like, dude, we used to watch this fucking movie all the time. I fucking love that movie, but the one part I forgot because me fucking goddamn it, like me and Tang and Wesley, Russell, Matthew. I'm just like naming off a bunch of people.
The crew.
Let's do last names, birth dates,
social security numbers.
I got a couple of their SSNs here somewhere. Yeah, we all watched that fucking movie together, I think. I don't remember, but we used to quote the fuck out of that movie. Like the fucking one, and I forgot about some of this shit. The only one I always remember is the Great White Buffalo one. Great White Buffalo. But the fucking, I forgot one of the dumbest fucking thing, but it always makes me laugh fucking for no reason. I used to say this shit all the time too. It was a couple of us did, but when the fucking the bald dude, I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah,
he was in a couple of things for a while. He was in a couple of things for a while. That's what actors do. No, when he's like, I think it's when he's hitting on the fucking the one younger dude's mom or whatever, and he fucking. Everybody, fuck, I can't remember the fucking line now. He pushes the stool. He's like, out of my way, stool, or something stupid as
I have a place for you to sit.
Oh, yeah. Is that what
something like that? Yeah.
Oh,
there's some shit like that. Yeah.
It was in Community too, wasn't he? The bald guy.
Yeah. He's the one who tattled on Jeff.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He was in stuff for a while.
He was in stuff for a while.
That was one of the stuff for a while. He was the bad guy in Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo.
Yeah.
He
I don't know what you're saying to me, but fuck you.
He jumps out of the fucking helicopter with no fucking parachute. At the end.
Dude,
but yeah.
So you watched that recently. You noticed Sebastian Stan?
Oh shit! He was the fucking
he was the
ski guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I was like, why does he look so fucking familiar? I couldn't recognize him with that douchey ass fucking hair. Man. That's hella funny. The Winter Soldier was a fucking winter paramedic or whatever the fuck or ski whatever.
Ski patrol.
Dude, the shit. I laugh so hard at the fucking the hands every time, dude. The bald dude stops.
He's like,
for his arm to get ripped off. God, you fucking cheating me. You cheated me. And then his arm gets fucking ripped off or whatever. The other arm, he's like, "Is it fucking worth it?" Or whatever. Like he gets his fucking ass beat in that one fucking scene when his friends ain't come to get him, and then like the younger guy picks up his shoe, and then when they're on the fucking roof, he's all drunk. He's like, "Where the hell is my other shoe?" It's like, it's right here. You apparently got hit so hard your shoe came off, which I didn't know was actually physically possible or some shit like that. It's just hella funny. It's like he got hit so hard your shoe came off. I didn't know that was possible. Fucking hella stupid.
What you got for us, Casey?
Let me get back to where I was. So there was some other proposals were included within Operation Northwoods, including real or simulated actions against various U.S. military and civilian targets. The operations recommended developing a communist Cuban terror campaign in the Miami area and in other Florida cities and even in Washington, which involved the bombing of civilian targets, which was to be blamed on the Cuban government to paint a false image of Fidel Castro and misinform the American public.
God damn.
The plan
They're just going to be hitting tons of nightclubs in Miami. Dude, this isn't the 80s. The cocaine business is not there yet.
Not yet, but it's on its way. This was, what year are we in? 62?
Yeah.
So this plan was drafted by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and signed by Chairman Layman Lemenzer, I'm going to call him, and sent to the Secretary of Defense. And although part of the U.S. government's anti-communist Cuban project, Operation Northwood, was never officially accepted, but it was authorized by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and then rejected by President Kennedy.
Those Joint Chiefs of Staff are pieces of shit. Fuck, dude. How could you say that's okay? Like, have some pride in your own fucking country and don't kill your citizens.
No, it's only a little bit of citizens for the greater good. See, if you only kill like 50 people and you can go invade another country, then you're saving millions of American lives.
That's fucking stupid.
Well, that's their mindset. So when they proposed this document, it was presented in a document titled "Justification for U.S. Military Intervention in Cuba." It was a top secret collection of draft notes being written by the DoD and the Joint Chiefs of Staffs. The documents were presented by the Joint Chiefs. God, I can't fucking talk right now. Yes, Joint Chiefs of Staff to the Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara, on March 13, 1962, as a preliminary submission for the planning purposes. The Joint Chiefs recommended that both the covert and overt aspects of any such operations to be assigned to them.
You know the thing with those Joint Chiefs of Staff? They're willing to probably kill a bunch of citizens for the greater good, but I bet they won't jerk a bunch of dicks for the greater good.
I can tell you how long it'll take me to jerk off every man in this room. I can prove it to you mathematically.
Have you watched that show?
Yeah, that shit's hella funny.
Silicon Valley is such a fucking good show. When I got to that whole scene, I laughed, I think, the entire time. I had to rewind it and watch it again.
Wait, would Gert slow me down? Yes, it definitely would. He's over there just...
He's like, you can do 2 out of 4. It's like, oh, how? And he's like, you line them up, figuring out angles. You go center out, you know?
He's like, when one guy finishes, he just moves off, and then the other guy comes back in the backstroke, and then it just continues. That shit was hella funny.
That show kind of went downhill when TJ Miller left. A little bit. He was funny.
I'm scratching my back. Where was I at?
You just got done talking about the Secretary of State getting the paperwork and stuff.
Oh, yeah. So this was previously signed document that was originally made public on November 18, 1997 by the JFK Assassinations Records Review Board, a U.S. federal agency overseeing the release of government records related to the JFK assassination. So we know they can't be trusted. A total of 1,521 pages of once secret military records covering 1962 to 1964 were declassified by that said review board. And it was...
Goddamn,
go ahead.
That's a fucking... Maybe they shouldn't have declassified those. Because it's kind of scary to see how close it got to that shit being sent through.
Yeah, a couple more Cubans with their unbuttoned shirts showing up on the Florida shores. They were going to start killing our own citizens. Just you wait. Coming over here with your white short shorts on, stealing all our white women. I'm just kidding. No, so the document was Appendix to Enclosure A. That's what it was called. And Annex to Appendix to Enclosure A. Northwoods documents were first published online by the National Security Archive on November 6, 1998. in a joint venture with CNN as part of its 1998 Cold War television documentary series. So in episode 10 of this series, I didn't watch it, I just got the little quick note of it. It aired on November 29th, 1998. Annexed to Appendix Enclosure A is a section of a document which contains the proposals to stage false flag terrorist attacks.
Dude, this is probably going to come out close to November 29th. Probably like November 26th or 7th.
That'd be dope. Almost on the old anniversary, huh? Of that episode, I guess. Of that episode dropping.
Yeah.
But it's all this was made public in November, so I mean that's pretty cool. Unintentionally planned. Because these were actually moved around.
Yeah.
So some of the found documents, so they were found in a request for pretext for military intervention by the Chief of Operations of Cuba Project. God, I can't talk today.
Yeah, you'd be a real dumbass today.
General Edward Lansdale. The document listed methods including false flag provocations and outlined plans, and authors believed that it would garner public and international support for the U.S. military intervention in Cuba. According to these documents, the plan called for several steps to be taken to attempt to provoke Cuba into action against the United States, then blame it on it for its hostilities carried out by the U.S. against its military base at Guantanamo. These would be followed by executing offensive operations there against tactical Cuban civilian targets and military emplacements, leading to a large-scale United States military operation.
That's wild, man. They're like just poking the bear. They're just trying to start a fucking war. Like,
for their own personal gain. You can't have these commies too close to these Florida beaches, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary though.
Leather lizard's gonna retire too.
Communisms and Cubert.
I didn't know Cubert was a communist.
Yeah, I guess he is. He's from Cubert. Cubert's a land, and Cuberts are the video game characters in it. Like, communism's scary, but little fucking 8-bit video game characters, that's even scarier.
It's true.
And that game was a shit back in the day. It's kind of annoying sometimes. You're like, son of a bitch. Gotta go hop up these goddamn stairs. Missed a one. Cubert. I don't really remember much else happening during that game. I don't know if you went against any bosses or if there was enemies.
I can't remember it very well. I remember the character.
I just remember jumping on pyramids of things, trying to light them all up. That's it. But since it would seem desirable to use legitimate provocation as a basis for U.S. military intervention in Cuba, a cover and deception plan to include preliminary actions such as had been developed in response to Task 33C could be executed as an initial effort to provoke Cuban reactions, harassment plus deceptive actions to conceive the Cubans of I can't fucking say this word. Immediate invasion would be emphasized. Our military posture throughout the execution of the plan would allow rapid change from exercise to intervention if Cuban response justifies.
This is just all really fucking crazy.
It's nuts.
Like, I knew the government does shady shit now, but like, goddamn.
It was easier to do back then.
Oh yeah,
they could probably get away with a lot more shit back then than they could now. I mean, I'm sure they still get away with a lot of bullshit these days, but it's probably a lot harder for them to get through the cracks. But back then, people were just like, "Oh, shut up and do your job. That's in order." People didn't really question what they were told to do back then, or you get smacked.
Yeah.
Or you get locked up, or you go missing, or you've found hung, or you get found with 2 bullet holes to the head, but it's deemed a suicide.
He got shot. He shot himself in the back. Total suicide. Like, that's wild. How'd he do it? He's like, he's very flexible. He had something to prove. Oh, he's showing off his dislocatable arms.
They had a plan.
Something?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just me riffing.
I enjoyed that.
It was meant for your enjoyment.
Unlike making love with my uncle. That one wasn't very clever. I'm just saying I was molested. I was just crying for help.
That's kind of funny that you're making love though.
Oh yeah. I guess that makes it a little. Oh man.
See, the joke is you didn't want to be making love. You just wanted a quick fling.
He was getting all clingy, clinging to my bed sheets at night.
Ribbed for his pleasure.
For his pleasure.
Oh fuck. I think you say one of those jokes every episode. Like, someone's gonna look into this
or cancel us because
like both you and Matt make those jokes constantly.
That's what makes it. It makes the story check out when 2 brothers do it.
But a series of well-coordinated incidents were to be planned to take place in and around Guantanamo to give a genuine appearance of being done by hostile Cuban forces. Then the United States would respond.
Did you say hot?
They were gonna attack
hostile.
Oh, I thought you said hot Cuban forces. I was like, how did you know if they were hot?
The pictures, duh.
And there's just these fucking buff ass men with Photoshop cigars in their mouth. It's like wearing sunglasses, just glistening abs. The black and white pictures are blurry, but the abs glisten and are in like very high quality.
That's why we wanted to invade Cuba. We wanted to get their CGI technology that they had at the time.
Their CGI technology and the secret of making a sexy cut hunk. And how
those cum gunners?
We haven't been able to hold a cigarette in our mouth in pictures since the parliaments. That is because you have weak lips. That's the Cuban soldier.
We only smoke cigars here. We don't smoke them fags around here.
God damn, you're gonna get us canceled.
Is that not what they call cigarettes?
Did the Cubans call them that?
No, that's why they don't.
At that point in time, they probably did.
No, they called cigarettes pussy sticks because they were smoking those fat ass dick fucking cigars.
Only BBCs for me.
Big brown cigars. Don't get your mind out of the gutter. Big brown cigars. All right.
I am at a loss for words.
My sinus hurting so bad because I'm laughing. It's like cramping.
Dude, my back hurts. I had to fucking. You know you're old. You know you're old and you're not flexible. No, the fucking sciatic fucking thing.
Oh, dude, I hate that.
Thing. When I laugh, it starts fucking burning like it's gonna fucking pinch extra hard again.
I've just been having problems with my neck, man.
I call it laphica, sciatica. Oh, fucking kink neck, or from the head banging. That's right.
Well, yeah, it's sore from that, but no, it's just been bothering me lately.
Yeah, they call that hummeritis or hummingitis. Wait, it's like to receive a hummer from a humming? It's a hummy. It's like a homie giving you a hummer. It's a hummy.
Hey man, get over here, give me some hummy.
Give me some hummy. Oh man.
But back to the Cubans. Well, more actually the United States. So after their attacks that they would do on themselves, the U.S. would respond by executing offensive operations to secure water and power supplies, destroying artillery and mortar emplacements which threatened the base, which would be their own emplacements because they're the ones firing upon their own base. And then at that point, the United States would have commenced a large-scale operation into invading Cuba. Cuba.
Yeah.
Cuba.
But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just a quick little false flag operation that never seen the light, but almost did.
That would have had like a complete. That would have been a huge change in our history if that actually did happen.
Yeah, it would have been nuts for sure.
That would have probably reignited a world war because of Russia.
Kennedy, that's who it was. He's the one who shut it down, so kudos for him. He was probably debating. He probably spent a few nights up smoking some Cuban cigars out of the Oval Office. He's like, ah.
A few sleepless nights with Maryland to get shit in order.
He's probably like, ah. So do we kill these cockroaches or what?
Oh God.
I don't know if you should leave that in, but
less. I'm getting very tired. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm exhausted.
I feel fucking delusional.
I feel you guys too. Well, what did you think of not false flags, but it is a false flag, but Operation Northwoods?
Yeah.
Or Mike, whoever wants to go.
So
Mike,
I just think it's fucking wild. Again, and like what I was saying just a moment ago, just if this were to happen, our history would be completely different. Like you can't exactly know exactly what will happen, but I'm guessing another world war would have probably happened, or at the very least, we would own Cuba.
And all their coke would be under our control.
Wow, that would be an interesting thing. Like, would the cocaine epidemic have had happened if there was a war going on? Fucking, destroying all those crops and shit.
The cocaine epidemic happened because the CIA was allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
Because they were the one funding it.
But it's an interesting thing to think about. It would have put people into action. That Cold War would have been a lot hotter.
It would have been a lukewarm war.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was driving down a freeway. I forgot where. I was probably coming back from Arizona, but they have like a stretch of freeway. It says Veterans Memorial Freeway, and then like section, and then it goes like Vietnam War section, Gulf War section, all these wars. I'm like, I didn't even know we had this many wars going for all these sections. There was a shit ton.
Yeah. You know the movie Jarhead? I think that's 4. Not sure. I don't know.
They all blur together because a lot of them are just all bullshit. It's just the United States being dicks, as usual.
I mean, there's plenty of other countries that are dicks.
Yeah. Like Australians saying
they
you
don't
guys
even
live
exist.
on a whole continent.
Yeah.
Get back to fucking Madagascar.
People aren't going to understand that because unless they watch the both episodes we did tonight. Because we brought up that conspiracy in the last episode.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well, regardless, people know Australia doesn't exist. If they're listening to Conspiracy Outpost, or not Outpost, but a conspiracy podcast, I'm sure they've heard that before.
What we need Joe's opinion.
I do 100% believe that those cigars are photoshopped. There's no way those guys sold those in there. No, I don't know. That shit's pretty fucking crazy. At first, I was like, "Oh, what's the conspiracy here?" But it's I don't know. It kind of sparks other conspiracies.
It's
like
not
9/11 shit.
It's
stuff.
not a conspiracy. It's just an interesting piece of
no. That's
history,
what,
which is.
I mean,
we do quite a few of those. So.
Yeah, well, when I first heard the idea before we started the podcast, I was like, "What is this?" And then
which is why next season I put in some true history things.
Okay, yeah, this definitely it seems like it sparks a lot of fucking paranoia in the government, like conspiracies about the government.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess all those hippies in the 60s were onto something, and not just on something. I know.
I agree with you, Joseph, with what you're saying, that it sparks a lot of conspiracy, because false flags in themselves, they're dangerous, because if the public finds out that it's a false flag and that you've lied to do your own shit for your own personal gain, then, well, you lose their trust, and in turn, you lose the public. And
there's so many things today that there's people all over thinking that so many things today are false flags, and which is upsetting, to say the least, because there's no trust anymore. Government fucked that shit up.
Well, and you have governments with plans like these, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, put your trust in us," but we were going to kill some of you. Just
yeah, we obviously don't mean much to you. You're going to just do that.
But we brought it up a couple times throughout the episode, and this is like another reason why I'm a believer that 9/11 was an inside job, is because the government is capable of doing shit like this. They didn't execute this plan, but they almost did. It got approved all the way up until it hit the president's desk. Like that's how close it was.
Motherfuckers ain't got no integrity.
Got no goddamn integrity.
Goddamn politicians, I swear.
Integrity farms.
What they need is some integrity weed.